Ever felt like you're navigating through a dense fog when handed a project with vague instructions? You're not alone. It's a common scenario that can leave even the most seasoned professionals scratching their heads. But what if there was a unique, effective tool that could cut through the confusion, like a beacon in the fog? A tool that could transform your approach and turn uncertainty into a path for success. Stay with us to uncover this secret tool that can revolutionize your approach to unclear projects. You might think that the best way to handle unclear instructions is to ask a million questions. After all, the more you ask, the more you know, right? Well, not necessarily. This approach can lead to information overload, leaving you more confused than when you started. It's akin to trying to drink from a fire hose. You'll end up drenched but thirsty. Instead, consider a more systematic approach. Start by identifying what you do understand, then pinpoint specific areas of confusion that you can address. This targeted approach allows you to ask focused questions which yield helpful responses rather than an overwhelming flood of information. Remember, it's not just about asking the right questions, but knowing how to ask them. Understand the context, identify the gaps, and then ask targeted, informed questions. Probing incessantly isn't always the answer. There's a more methodical way to go about it. Welcome the Project Management Triangle, your new best friend for tackling unclear projects. Often referred to as the triple constraint, this tool comprises three essential aspects: scope, time, and cost. Each point of the triangle represents one of these aspects, and they are all interconnected. The scope is what needs to be achieved in your project, the time is the duration you have to complete it, and the cost is the budget allocated. When you're faced with unclear instructions, start by breaking down your project into these three categories. For instance, if the scope is unclear, ask yourself, what is the end goal of this project? If the time is vague, consider when does this need to be done by? And if the cost is undefined, ponder, what resources do I have at my disposal? With the Project Management Triangle, you'll be able to get a clearer picture of your project, even when the instructions seem as clear as mud. Wondering how to apply this tool in real-life scenarios? Let's dive into some practical examples. Imagine you're tasked with organizing a company event. The instructions are vague and you're unsure where to start. This is where the Project Management Triangle comes into play. By defining the scope, time, and cost, you can gain a clearer understanding of what's expected. You'll know whether you need to hire a catering service or if it's a potluck event, how long you have to plan, and what budget you're working with. Now let's take it a step further. You're in charge of a software development project. The instructions are hazy and the team is confused. Implementing the triangle here can help break down the project into manageable tasks based on the scope, time, and cost. You'll be able to communicate more effectively with your team and the stakeholders, ensuring everyone's on the same page. The benefits of this tool are far-reaching. With improved project understanding, you'll be able to plan and execute tasks more efficiently. You'll foster enhanced communication within your team, leading to fewer misunderstandings and increased productivity. And let's not forget about the boost in confidence you'll experience. Navigating projects with unclear instructions doesn't have to be a daunting task. Implementing the Project Management Triangle can truly transform your working style, making you a more effective professional. So, are you ready to tackle any project no matter how unclear the instructions might be? Let's quickly recap what we've dived into today. We've debunked the misconception that unclear instructions mean an impossible project. Instead, we've seen how it presents a unique opportunity to flex our creativity and problem-solving skills. We've introduced the triangle technique, a powerful tool that helps us to dissect, understand, and navigate through any unclear task. Remember, the 3 points of the triangle represent your objectives, resources, and constraints. We've also explored practical examples, showing how this technique can turn the most cryptic of instructions into a clear action plan. And the benefits? Greater efficiency, less stress, and an enhanced reputation as the go-to problem solver. Now it's over to you. Apply the triangle technique in your own projects and share your experiences. Remember, clarity in chaos is just a triangle away. Subscribe, comment, and join us in our next video for more insights.